Today's session will be on the upthrust. So I will help you to understand what is actually upthrust and what is the cause of upthrust. Okay. So let's see what is upthrust. How can you feel that? Let's say you are having this amount of liquid. Okay. So this is the liquid layer. Fine. Now, if you are having some object here, so what will happen? We know that this object will receive a upward force that calls FB, the force of buoyancy. So this will be the upward force, for this liquid, right? Now, to balance this force, there is one more force, that is the downward force, that is weight of the body. That is the weight of the body, right? So whenever there is an object in a liquid, so this is the level of the liquid, right? So this is partially inside the liquid. So this object will be under two force. One is the downward weight is equal to mg. M is the mass of the object and g is the acceleration due to gravity. So mg means the gravitational force, and what is g? G is the acceleration caused by earth gravity, right? Now, so this is the downward force, and this will act for every object, whether it is a liquid and gas or solid, right? And the FB is acting upward direction, force of buoyancy or upthrust. So FB means V rho G. So here V for volume of the object inside the liquid. That means the displaced liquid. Whenever object is inside the liquid, so it is displacing this amount of liquid. So that's called volume of displaced liquid, right? And rho, the density. This density is the density of this liquid, which is giving the upthrust force. Fine. And g is the acceleration due to gravity. Fine. Now there is a derivation of this one, and from there you will understand that what is the cause of this upward force. Why? See, this is discovered by Archimedes. Okay, but what is the cause of this upthrust force? Then we will go for that now, right? And one more thing, you have to get ready, whoever in the class 8 or 9 maybe, okay? That is the condition of floating. So floating means whenever there is an, this FB is greater than equal to the weight of the object. If FB is greater than weight, then object will float. If force of buoyancy is equal to the weight of the object will float in some condition. Now, if FB is lesser than weight, then object will sink. So this is the, this is called the condition of sink. Fine. Now, what happened here? That so more the density will happen for this liquid, the upthrust will be increased. So if you are using the distilled water here, now the drinking water, now if you replace this water with some salt water, high density water, or some sea water, if those water is having the density high, then upthrust will be high. So upthrust depends on the density of this liquid, not on the density of this object at this moment. So upthrust force depend on the density of this liquid, right? And upthrust is given by both liquid and the gas. Fine? Now, so you know that more density means more upthrust force. Now, second is that condition of floating is that the upward force will be greater than the downward force, right? So one more thing is that I will show you next session that the density, if the density of the object is rho O, mostly it's happened that the density of the object should always be lesser than density of the liquid to float. Okay, this is the most we have observed, but this is not the mandatory. Okay, mostly it's happened. Let's say you are having a metal coin. Okay, let me show you a metal. Let's say this is a metal, right? So if I place it in the water, what happens in the pond? It will sink. Why? Because it is in, first of all, this is in high density. this density of this metal is very high. Okay. Next is that even it is high dense, we can make it float. How can we make it float? Let me show you. Let's say if we take a container here and we place this one inside the container and there is a liquid. So what happens that the full system will float because of this container. So this container, when we'll keep this iron, it will be inside the liquid. Few part of this container will be inside the liquid, and this will cause the displaced volume V. So displaced volume V, and you know that upthrust depends on V rho G. So this V is very critical factor. V is the displaced volume of the liquid or gas, whatever. So once you give it, so it will go inside liquid little bit and it will displace some amount of water or liquid. So that is the V, and that is one of the component of the upthrust. So more displaced water or more displaced liquid means more upthrust. Fine. So I hope this is clear to you. Next session I will be showing you what is the cause of upthrust.